Alright, in this quick tutorial we're going to look at using the new Swapp DEX yield farming capability. So there's an exciting promotion here. It looks like for the next almost 14 days you're going to get these very attractive yields on these pool pairs. So the first step is if you want to get involved in staking in these yield farming pools is to get the LP token that is actually what gets deposited here. So what you'd need to do is have at least some amount, an equal amount of each of these tokens. So let's say I want to go into this one, which is the Crow/USDC pool. So the actual thing that gets staked here is an LP token, or a liquidity provider token, that is going to consist of half Crow, half USDC, and equal amounts dollar value wise. So I already have a little bit of Crow, and then I also traded in the exchange page here to get some USDC. You might have USDC here already. So the first step is going to be adding liquidity. So we're going to go to the pair where we need to form that LP. So if I wanted to get into that first pool that consists of Crow and USDC, I'm going to leave this one on Crow, and I'm going to pair it with some USDC. So I've got a certain amount of USDC. Here's my small test amount. You can put in $5,000, $10,000, $1 million, however much you want. And so if I click max here, which is what I did, it's going to take the amount of USDC that I have in my wallet, and it's going to show an equal amount of Crow. You can also do it the other direction, but just be careful, because if I used all my Crow, then I wouldn't have enough to spend on the little bit of gas fee that's gonna get charged there. So I'm gonna hit max on the USDC side to use this amount, which will leave me some Crow to continue doing the transactions. So once you have the amounts set up of how much of Crow and USDC you want to deposit to form your position, you need to first do a one-time transaction, which is approving the smart contract connection. So that's only going to be 16 cents. And so I'm going to click confirm. That should happen pretty quick on this chain versus, say, Ethereum, which would take longer. We're going to go ahead and let that get finished. And there it is. It's already finished. We're going to hit close there. And now what should happen is this should change from approved to now allowing us to supply. If the site isn't refreshing automatically, you can reload. So there we go. Oh, it actually just changed. So I'm going to bring up max here to get my proportions correct again. I'm going to put in all the USDC that I have, and remember, it pulled in the correct amount of Crow. You always want to remember that this is less than what you have left, so you have money for gas. So now, instead of saying approve, that one-time connection with the smart contracts is now complete. Now I can actually click supply. So it's saying, okay, this is how much Crow you're depositing to form this LP token. Here's how much USDC, and there you go. So now we're going to click confirm. It's going to have the actual deposit to form this opened up, and it's going to charge me 1.25 as my max bid. I click confirm, and now this is thinking. So what that's actually doing is taking those two amounts, in this case the amount of Crow and the amount of USDC, from my wallet. It's depositing them as liquidity for this trading pair, and it's going to give me the LP token, or the placeholder token, for my position in that particular pool. So if we see how this is doing, it doesn't show there. So it looks like that is done. Great. So now it changed to my position, and now it shows that my tiny little deposit represents this amount in the entire pool, and I am 0.015% of the whole pool, and that's actually means I got in early, because my tiny amount is actually fairly significant. All right, so now that we're in this pool, we have this LP token that's actually in our wallet. Now you're not going to be able to see it in the wallet because we haven't put that placeholder in there, but you really don't need to, because the system will detect that it's in your wallet in the next step. So the next step is to go over to the farming tab to find that corresponding pool that we just deposited the Crow and the USDC into, and we want to click deposit right here. So now what it's going to say is how much we're depositing. So we want to click deposit our LP token, and it's going to pick up right here. It's going to read that I have this little amount in my wallet. And again, this LP token, it may not be visible in your wallet. It actually probably won't be visible, but the system is detecting it right here. So if we click max, what it's doing is it's looking in our wallet, it's finding that LP token, and it's going to say, okay, we're going to deposit now so we can start earning that attractive yield. So the next step is going to be approving the connection between this smart contract and this capability on the blockchain. And again, this step is just a one-time thing, like all of these dApps have. So I'm just going to sign that transaction, and now that's done. There was actually no fee for that one, and now we're going to click deposit. So this is the deposit to actually deposit our LP token into this particular pool, and that will enable us to start earning. You'll see that it's charging 1.75 Cro, which is maybe like 18, like $1, probably like $1.80 once it settles. Compare that to an Ethereum gas fee, and it's quite attractive. Okay, so transaction submitted. So now it's depositing these LP tokens, and as soon as this is done, it looks like it finished already. So there we go. So now that we are deposited, it shows the position, and it says your unclaimed swap. So as this grows rewards, that will show up on this screen here, and then you would click claim to claim those rewards. Obviously you want those to rack up to be high enough to offset what is probably going to be about a $1 gas fee to claim. But actually, let's see if that actually would show up, what that would charge us, just out of curiosity. So yeah, 1.75 Pro, so still pretty cheap. I'm not gonna let that go through, but there you have it. So that is how you use the new DEX and the yield farming features. If you go back out to the main farming page, you can see that you've got the list of the available pools, and remember, you just need to use the exchange feature to trade and get an equal amount dollar value wise of each one of these in order to then add liquidity as step one. Then you'll get that LP token for that particular pool. Then you'd come back out here and you would deposit that LP token to actually start earning. So you'll see here that this pool looks a little bit different than the rest because I actually deposited into this one and only this one. So now it says your rate right here, and it's showing that I'm earning about 37 swap tokens per week as my reward. And again, I put in a very small amount, but that's it. So as you add more or you have a larger amount, you should see the amount of rewards you can expect to earn per week. Then you can go in here and claim. So there you have it. Have a great day.